I'm live and okay. So tonight I'm doing the Lenormand study 9, 10, and 11, 12. And yeah, I didn't get to it last night. Life has been so bizarre lately. I just, well, you know, hopefully things will I know things will straighten out, but it was just been so bizarre. Okay, so we're at card 9 already. And I think, which means we'll be getting close to halfway soon. And then I'm going to start looking more seriously at things. So, yeah, I know. It's not my normal night, so this won't be too long. We'll just be the Lenormand. So, we start with number 9, which is Bouquet. And I really like this deck. Oh, I'm getting the salt lamp in reflection. So bouquet can denote a simple gift, appreciation, or recognition, like gifting somebody flowers. It has a happy, confident ambience to it, signifying that the gift of the card is described, can be attained, or that it has poise and charms. The card's secondary theme is of beauty and presentation. A stylish exterior, decoration, a portfolio of ideas. A repertoire of skills or a range of abilities that you present. Bouquet brings luxury and pleasure with it, making you feel better about yourself, giving you a chance to enjoy yourself. It makes a pair with Lily as the cards of the older woman and man, which we will get into later. And once we go through all the cards, we can start doing spreads. So the impact is giving appreciation, beautifying, surprise, and spring. So already I'm thinking spring, a gift, like a gift of flowers in the springtime, right? Gifts, awards, beauty, appreciation, abundance, grace, wooing, delight, achievement, fulfillment, emotional happiness. Profits, poise, charms, style, professional skills, developed talents, visits, receptions, array, and herbs. Yes, it is. It's quite pretty. I like I like the image of it inside a crystal ball. That's the idea of these cards. It's crazy cool. So it was like developing professional skills, developing talents. So this could be in a person. This could represent a florist or an herbalist. Somebody who works with plants. Love it would mean definitely a harmonious partnership, a stylish couple, affectionate pair. So this really makes sense. It's like they say with the Lenormand, there's no question. The card is the card is the card. It's a bouquet. And that means a gift, and it means spring and love and working with plants. It really makes sense. And business and financial and business, sweeteners, kickbacks, client hospitality. So this is everything good. Well-being, pampering, treats, facelifts, makeover. Bouquet and story. From the flower picked by Persephone that caused her to be abducted by Pluto, to the rose that Beauty's father brings her from the beast gardens, flowers can trigger great events. So the flower is a bringer of great events. It's a bringer of good news. It's a bringer of gifts. So just think of somebody gifting a bouquet of flowers. And that pretty much is the key, I would say. All right. I think it's time for me to get a sip of something here. And I will be on Sunday night again around, probably want to change it to 6:45 or something like that for the free readings for a half hour. That is a lovely card. And the next card is number 10, which is fifth slicing blade. It's a blade, you know, for cutting wheat, cutting hay. The scythe brings danger as well and enabling us to deal swiftly with decisions that need radical action. The scythe affects cards to its left, which bear the impact of its sudden action. Cards on the handle or wheat shaft side can hint about your resources and how you best use them, or indicate a danger that you passed. When the card comes next to key, you could be looking at cutting to chase and finding. Okay, let me reread that sentence again. That didn't make sense to me. When the card comes next to key, you could be looking at cutting to the chase and finding radical solutions. Not doing readings tonight. This is a Lenormand study. If you look at the heading on that, that's what it's all about. So I think I find this interesting. So it depends which cards on which side of the blade, because I can't pronounce these so well. So I think that's going to be interesting to see when we start putting it in pairs. I think they recommend like doing 3 cards at first. So that's pretty cool. So the impact of the slice is reaping, shocking danger, or shocking and danger, swift, timely, irrevocable, and autumn. So you could also think of it as that time of year of harvest. You know, autumn is the last harvest. So that's really good. Cutting losses, rupture, severance, necessary, shortcut, reducing things, harvest, gathering resources, storing, controlling, reducing, hastening, impatient. So it could be, yeah, and that's what I love too. That's what really drew me to the cards when I saw them, was the crystal ball effect. And I'm like, you know, when I decided to get Lenormand, because I had a feeling it was something I could really read with pretty quickly, but I decided I wanted to study them a little bit before I did it for other people. And I just love that too, the crystal ball. So the people could be timekeeper, warehouse person, surgeon, farmer, accident assessor. That makes sense, huh? Reaper, hedger, barber, tailor, dressmaker, accuser, devil's advocate, critic, self-harmer, vigilante, radical. So anybody that's involved in cutting things, whether it be physically or on another level. So you could think of that for people. Work is cutting down allowances or overtime, good manager of resources, and pruning your hours. So that could even mean you need to cut something out. So that makes sense. Well-being or financially, it's cut, stress of deals, negotiations about severance. So that makes sense. Reducing intake, surgery, managing wounds, or taking a break. The slice end story. I'm not doing readings tonight. This is a Lenormand study. If you look at the heading on my video, it will say Lenormand study, cards 9 through 12. Thank you. I'm going to be doing the free readings on Sunday night, My free readings will be Sunday night. I'm just going to do it once a week now. So Sunday night at about 6:45. I'm going to do it 6:45 at Sunday evening. Alrighty, and then in between time, I might do lives on things that interest me. Let's see, well-being, reducing intake, surgery, managing wounds, take a break. Okay, so I was at Slice and Story. The international story of the three sisters, Three Sillies, tells how a young woman speculates on what will happen if a cyst should fall and the trail of disasters that might escalate from this. Her parents come home and find her weeping over those speculative events and begin to imagine them too. Yeah. So this is really, cut to the chase, cutting things out. Anything that involves that. And forgive me for jumbling my words today. So that is great. What did I do with the? Oh, right here. So the cyst is the main thing is reaping, shocking, and danger, swift and timely. So you could think that the blade cuts swift and quickly. Yeah, like cutting things out of your life. Yeah, I'm starting to like Lenormand. The more I get in through the deck, and next week will be what, 12 through 16. So, and there's only 36 cards, so it's not going to take long to go through them all, and then we could start piecing together things. Okay, so the next card is 11. Hi, Michelle. 11 is the Broom. This card is traditionally called the whip or rod. So in other Lenormand decks, it is a whip or a rod, but the meaning is still the same as the whip or the rod. Mm-hmm. But the older card, so this card is traditionally called the whip or the rod, but the older cards show a birch switch, which is why I've called this one the Broom. The Broom sorts things out one way or another, for it can be both harsh and provocative. It can beat up the dust and set things about the ears or else uncover secrets, bringing truth to light. The neutral Broom is cleansing and clarifying, but it can bring trouble, strife, or aggression, as well as stir things up in a provocative or polemical way. This also includes sexual excitement. Broom often signifies repetition or things being doubled. So it's not about just cleaning things away, it stirs things up. Like stirring the kettle, stirring the pot. It can really stir things up and it can excite things. So the impact can be conflictual, angry, doubling, or repetitive. Can't say the word tonight. My words are not coming out good. So some of the key words are criticism, sweeping away, cleaning up, discussion, argument, brush off, cleansing, sifting things, punishment, chastise, of covering, coercion. So that's where you get to stirring up. And the people can be somebody that cleans, a debater, or scavenger, fugitive, a sex worker, a complainant, a defendant, a magistrate, judge, whistleblower, agent photographer, I can't speak, troublemaker, or an athlete. So love means that somebody's giving you the brush off. I think that's Yeah, I'm not interested. Questionable sexual orientation or kinky sex. So I guess you could really look at the. Okay, Heidi, don't go there. But kinky sex. So you could think of kinky things when you think of the broom. At work, Rose at work, discussions, whistleblowing, and trouble. So finance and business, negotiation, scrutiny after unethical transactions. Well-being could be inflammation, cleansing regime, or brisk exercise. So it can, it depends again what's around it. So the broom in story. The broom is often found as an emblem of female supernatural power. In the Scottish tale of the witches at Lenormand, women leave their brooms in bed to represent them so that if their husband's awake, they will think they are still there in the night, whereas in fact, they are out making magic. I find this funny. So the broom is cleaning and cleansing, but it can also stir things up and create anger. So I think you can see, that the cracks on the floor, so it really can stir things up. I find that one really interesting. And the last card of the night is one I'm really looking forward to. I don't think I've read this one before. I read them all through once. But that was a while ago now. So number 12 is the birds, and they got my favorite birds. I just love crows. The birds tell us about the small talk of everyday life, or whatever is spoken, popular or current, or chat on the phone. Note that the birds card is trendy rather than highly fashionable like the bouquet. They can signify gossip, that makes sense, rumor or speculation. Birds can also indicate excitability, or hectic excitability or stressed out conditions when things are unsettled. When next to a person card, this can mean lots of that kind of persons. Birds and bear could signify a gathering of grannies. The birds bring increase and can often signify two or a pair or something. Child and birds could be siblings or twins. So the birds really have a lot of meanings. So they have like this double meaning, and that's why there are two in the card. So the impact is talk, conversation, excitement, increase, and duplication. So there's a doubling, and I say doubling of gossip. So gossip is something that gets going and that gets doubled as it goes forward and onward, and then it changes. So the key words, of course, is gossip, current, popular, couple, excitement, what's spoken or related, a song, a story, an audition, a recital, a phone, social networking, speech, light entertainment, advertising, stage fright, stress, small talk, word of mouth, speculation, gathering, rumor, and sound. So I think a really good key word to remember with the birds is sound and words, gossip and scandal. Yes, definitely, especially with other cards that would indicate, especially if you put that with the broom, how the broom stirs things up. So that I would say that as this is next to broom, watch out. So people, it could be people that deal with the mouth. So like a dentist, a speech therapist, which I probably could work on my speech a little better. A singer, a croon, well, that's a singer, a door-to-door salesperson, a button holder, fairground or market baker, barker. Oh, does anybody that uses their voice in some way, whether it be their literal voice or they're in communications? So, like, yeah. Love, sweet nothing, compatible chatterboxes, dating lovers. Work is talk in the office, internet transaction, excitement at work, and a sales pitch. Finance and business, taking up the product, interview, and humorous speech. Well-being, speech therapy, mouth and throat conditions, popular treatments. And birds in story. To speak the language of the birds is to share their knowledge. As Ivan does in the Russian story the same name, because he understands what the birds say, he is able to avoid dangers and become reunited with his parents. So I love that. And I love ending on the birds tonight. So that's it for the Lenormand study. And usually I like to try to do that on Wednesday night. So the cards we went over tonight are the Bouquet, bringer of gifts, something nice, something wonderful. And then when we went up, the second card, number 10, is the scythe, the blade, the cutting away, so, injury and sorrow, and depending where things you need to cut out, or things that might be coming in depending on which side the blade is on. And then we had the broom, which is about stirring things up or cleaning and cleansing, depending on the situation. And then finally we ended with the birds. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. And I will see you all Sunday night for free reading night. Yeah, me too. These are the Enchanted Lenormand by Caitlin Matthews, illustrated by Virginia Lee. That's why I got to get off, because I can't speak tonight. Thank you all for stopping by. Catch you all later.